Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and it's a late night, and you might be wondering why is my face darker? It's not because I'm going for something even stupider in terms of lighting, it's literally because the lights that I use are broken, so it's going to be like this for a couple days. Alright, it is what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, let me start off with the Backrooms! We actually covered this a few weeks ago. You know, it was going all over TikTok, and we actually, covered Kane Pixel's recreation of the Backrooms on our channel right here. So for me, what interests me most about the Backrooms is like the extensive lore we've had on it. Remember the last time we looked at it, this had like 999 something floors. Yes, only 14 of them were actually good, but hey, it has a lot of lore. This thing is an STP in its own right. It's like a mega creepypasta. It's a liminal space hell, if you will. Now, if you've ever been lost in a liminal space, which I hope none of you have, it's truly a chilling, spooky feeling. And it seems as though a few people on the internet have found Google Maps to be storing some liminal spaces. So this all kind of started a few days ago, 7 days ago, 8 days ago to be exact, on the r/Backrooms subreddit. Yes, there's a subreddit for everything. Recently, a person discovered that in Japan, there is a circular building that if you turn on Street View on the building, it'll show you an image that looks vaguely familiar to level 0 of the Backrooms. It also has a deep pit that goes down and had lights inside of it. It might have just been someone trying to create ARGs, right? That might have been the case if the photo wasn't posted 9 whole years before the 4chan Backrooms post. The exact location of this location is 34 degrees 42, I don't know my latitude, I don't know what minutes and seconds are, but that string right there. Another Backrooms location was discovered this time in California, United States of America. The first thing you see is an exit and stairway flooded. To the left of it shows some sort of entity robot with text behind it. Painted on the wall, don't search or you'll sink. So there's a few posts, right, on Google Street View. If you don't know what Google Street View is, go open up a Google Maps, click on any popular location, and you can actually just ping yourself down into that location and walk around the streets. I've done it from time to time to explore savory parts of the world, but that's basically Street View in a nutshell. Now, the way this stuff works is everyone in the world contributes to this in some capacity, so all those street views are a combination of like Google's actual attempts at mapping out the place. They basically send a car out with a camera, and it just records the world around it. But also, to pad out areas that Google's not getting to, the community can actually be tapped into to post photos of an environment, right? And that's kind of how the Street View sort of map cloud works, all right? And that's not just Google, but it's basically any large mapping service. I think Bing does it, but then again, like, nobody uses Bing, so frankly, I'm not going to jump too hard into that nonsense. But let's go further into this. Now, the coordinates that were first posted was just 32, 42, 03, 135, 49, 16. And of course, when you go actually down to that environment, it takes you to Japan. So this is that circular building we saw in that post earlier. If we zoom around, this is actually in Nara, Nara. Now, if you actually look at Google's maps, okay, this is not a street viewable location. These streets over here, that's more of a street view. So to show you how Street View works, I'm just going to basically create a new tab real quick, just so we can actually keep that one right there. If I click on this road right here, and I just tap into it, and I click on this photo right here, I can actually Street View and walk down this specific road in this section of the area. Nice looking neighborhood, everything. But that specific coordinate is in Naraza Kacho Nara 630 8104, which is in Japan. Okay, that's pretty much what it is. So of course, these photos that you see right over here, so if you click this one, it's actually a photo of like a parking lot. They got a nice BMW over here with like, I'm gonna have to remember to blur the license plate out. All right, I'm gonna make sure I do that because that is a privacy violation. But if you look really deep in, you can see that one of the plaza sections over here says Lawson. It may not be like evidently readable, but this is not a photo of that exact location that we just saw. And before we continue, just for my sanity's sake, is that like a panda in the back seat or is that like a headrest cover? Because I'm kind of freaked out looking at that in the post edit, but let's move on. Because the way that you can actually identify it and find out where that car was parked is if you just scroll a little bit up, right? A little bit. You see Lawson? That's where it is. So the actual photo was taken in this location. The Backrooms allegedly is in this circular building right here. So that location we saw was actually Nara Dreamland, which is an amusement park that shut down in like 2006. I found it on like GeoHack. And according to this, it really does seem like it's completely abandoned. Like, if this is the most up-to-date satellite imagery, and you can tell that's a 2020, yeah, it's given the copyright date, map data 2022. So it really just seems like it's completely emptied. Like, it's just demolished and it's gone. And there's no, like, trace of an amusement park there. But that's basically the general history of the area. It's a long relic that's been forgotten. Now, this leads us to the next conspiracy, if you will. Put them tinfoil hats on. Why was an amusement park shut down in 2006? Was it because it stopped making money? Or was the government involved in turning people into some backrooms shenanigans? Well, there's a couple of YouTube videos because Google's been really involved in taking this stuff down. And we'll get to probably why. I'll speculate a little bit on that. But these are some of the videos where, like, people opened up Street View and actually found these images. So this is the Backrooms, and they were immediately looking down into a fucking hell pit void. And of course it looks freaky, it looks out there. This is not a real image, all right, as far as I've been able to tell. I don't think anybody's been to this location and has recreated the back rooms. Other people have actually looked into it. Again, more footage, more expose here of people who opened up other locations, and this time given photos by somebody known as John, where they're actually, like, recording, this backrooms footage. And it looks like it's a bedroom. Right over here you can see about, like, the window, and then all of a sudden it's, like, connected to, like, the back rooms. This is, like, an entrance point that they found. Yeah, this person's like, that's creepy. I don't even know why, but this just freaks the hell out of me. Yeah, I'd be freaked out if my bedroom started turning into a whole different location halfway into it. I don't think that's an illogical take to have. Here's another one. And what's interesting is this is the one screen record that you can actually capture something weird on. So this screen recording actually claims that this image is from 2011. So yeah, nearly, over 10 years ago is what we're looking at. Almost 9 to 10 years ago, this got posted, allegedly on the old Street View section. So somebody's screenshotting it, they then click the little Street View pin, they drop it right on there, and effectively what you got here is those back rooms. It's creepy shit. So if you want to, like, recreate this, you grab this little pin guy, and wherever it has those, like, little circles, that's a photosphere. And we'll find out what a photosphere really is. But I'm having a real tough time dropping this, like, yellow Simpsons character onto the... Why won't it work? Alright, you know what? Maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Like, if I drop this guy right here... Yeah, see? It works! They're trying to hide the truth, bro. They're trying to keep us away. We're literally getting the truth hidden from us. It shows me there's two things. Google will not allow me to witness what's there. Now I'm kind of freaked out. Get out of here. I'm done. Alright? I'm over. You know how people find this kind of stuff, you might be wondering? It's just some people have way more free time than others. That's it. Now, of course, the other coordinates that we found was 37,121, okay? And this is where YouTube does not clean things. So in a certain set of coordinates, some people have posted straight up TikToks in this situation. So, like, you've actually got, like, chat TikToks being posted on YouTube. Like, this person's, like, the Backrooms video from March 2022. So clearly there's a lot of user-generated content. And, of course, this is located in Day Valley, California. And some of the photos that they have are literally grabbed from the Backrooms wiki. So I think this is actually like level 2, level 3. Some people have actually straight up made an entire subreddit, Google Maps Backroom, r/Google Maps Backroom. So they've got some points like Cape Romano Dome House, which shows us this as a backroom. So you've got a few doors and Wheatley from Portal 2. That's one. That's not really a back room. Let's get out of here. That's removed for the right reasons. Nara, Osaka Stadium. So this one takes you to what is, without a doubt, another version of the back rooms. But you've got Wheatley over there in the corner. In fact, this actually looks like it's straight out of Gary's Mod. I like this one too. Don't search. Yo, they're all out of Gary's Mod. These people are all going crazy. You might be like, why did I say Gary's Mod? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this meme, anytime some creepypasta shit happens, it always makes it into Gary's Mod before anything else. So I got the gravity gun right here, and this is in fact the actual place. If you ever wondered how they got it going, yes, there is an entire Gary's Mod map that one can get into, and this is a pretty deep, like, Gmod area. So this is actually like the back rooms that you could walk around in. And I'll be honest, even if it's Gmod when nothing's hunting me down, it's still creepy to get. Like, imagine being lost in a place like this. Like, imagine actually being lost in a location like this. If you were wondering what happens at the bottom of this hole, well, frankly, we're going to jump down and I'll show you exactly, because I know that's what y'all were thinking, okay? When you saw that hole, I was doing the same thing. And at the bottom, there is, in fact, no SCP, no scary ghost, nothing to understand. This is, in fact, an empty hole that once you're stuck in, you are lost forever. Now, this is the part of the video where I try to invoke some reality into the audience. Now, because this is part of the photosphere, remember at the beginning of the video I told you that Street View is usually a combination of Google actually mapping things out for themselves. That's why you're able to like drive on the streets of any major city. But also there's a lot of user-generated content. People will upload photos of areas that they've taken, post them on for making the mapping application better, or just to help people review certain things, okay? Like if you go to a restaurant and you take photos of like that restaurant, you can upload it and Google will display it on like actual maps, right? Like if you Google that restaurant, it'll show you like 30 pictures taken from various individuals. Now, why the Backrooms would be getting removed is logically because this would be spam, all right? Clearly, the Backrooms do not exist officially, right, in terms of any of these locations. They don't exist in California. They don't exist in Japan. Hey, they might exist in Florida, but then again, what doesn't? Ladies and gentlemen, Google has to remove a lot of this stuff, all right? It is what it is. And these are basically created using photospheres, right? If you don't know what a photosphere is, most modern-day smartphones have the ability to take, like, panoramic shots. Well, Google went one step beyond and allowed you to make photospheres, like 360-degree photo videos. And the way that you do this is you actually, believe it or not, and I'm going to show you how to get this going, just so if you want to make actual legitimate photospheres in actual locations, you can indeed do it. So in the App Store, believe it or not, there is in fact a Google Street View application. Yes, I didn't know that until today, that there was an actual application just for the Street View. By opening it up, and I gotta remember, Muda, blur this because it straight up doxes you. But you want to go to where it says create at the bottom, and then you can create a photosphere. Your GPS location will be used to geotag your 360 degrees photos. And of course, people have figured out how to spoof their location, as evidenced by numerous games like Pokemon Go. People spoof it all the time. So you point it at the dot here, and then you keep recording more. And you keep doing this, and you keep, that's how you do a photosphere. Again, once you've done all of it, the computer on board will, combine all those photos together and make a nice, juicy looking sphere. Of course, as you can imagine, people have fed that Gmod Backrooms footage, or really any footage, into the camera API, and have recreated these weird liminal space, like Street View photospheres. That's how it's done, okay? Now, of course, all right, that's the boring explanation. For those people who are radical dreamers, hey, who knows? Maybe the Backrooms exist, right? Shit. I can't disprove it, all right? I can't prove it. But there is an entire subreddit dedicated to it. Yes, if you thought, man, there's a subreddit for everything, yes, there is. This is Google Maps Backrooms, all right? So this is an entire subreddit dedicated to the Backrooms, creepypasta that has just sort of sparked up. And of course, people have given addresses talking about a character known as Billy. Some of these photos are up, some of these are not. They quickly get taken down as, more and more people visit it. Obviously, because this would constitute spam on Google systems. Like here's Billy near the Nazca lines in Chile right here. You can see that you've got Billy just in the darkness over there. And I'm also sure that there's plenty of other dark images out there too. In fact, it's also referencing an entire user who's been partaking in this ARG. But that's where I'm going to kind of end it at. Is this solved? Quite honestly, I think the steam has sort of been taken out. It's a cool little thing that sort of happened. The Google Maps Backrooms, if you will. I'm going to leave this entire comment section open-ended, okay? Do you believe that this is just some memer sitting around making nice little street spheres, photospheres, if you will, mapping them out in different geolocations on the internet? Pretty harmless shit. Maybe there's a story connecting it. Or is this, and dare I put on the tinfoil hat, definitive proof that the Backrooms exist? I'm going to have to wager in. I'm going to bet both my nuts that the Backrooms don't exist. And if they do, well, I guess I'm fucked. That said, though, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Pretty lighthearted stuff. Pretty interesting. That being said, though, this is me, Muda. And if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.